Honoring the memory of a Florida civil rights pioneer who had ties to Jacksonville, Leander Shaw was the first African-American Chief Justice of the state Supreme Court.
He died last week at the age of 85, leaving behind a large family and an even bigger legacy. A memorial service was held today at Bethel Baptist Institutional Church downtown. Channel 4's Crystal Moyer was there and spoke with members of his family.
This memorial service was a celebration of Leander Shaw's life. We all know him for his legacy that prompted social change, but no one knew him like his son, Sean.
It's hard to lie to your dad, period. But when your dad's a Supreme Court justice, you ain't getting away with much.
Sean said his dad overcame many obstacles before he became the first African-American Chief Justice of the Florida Supreme Court. In 1960, he wasn't even allowed to stay or eat at the whites-only hotel where the Florida bar exam was given.
It's courageous for someone to be one of 25 African-American lawyers when they start out, to take the bar into those conditions and to eventually rise to the pinnacle of the profession, as he did.
While a Supreme Court justice, Shaw was a part of several controversial decisions, like striking down a law requiring minors to get permission from their parents before having abortions, and the ruling that resolved the disputed 2000 presidential election in favor of George W. Bush over Al Gore.
I was in college at the time, and I came back home to visit him, and he was under intense scrutiny and security that I had kind of never seen before. But it was because they were deciding who would be the president of the United States.
Sean said his dad's high expectations motivated him to get where he is today, a lawyer, following in his dad's footsteps.
He was a wonderful role model, not only as, like I said, not only as a lawyer, not only as a civil rights icon, but as a dad. I mean, every little boy wants to be like his dad.
Outside of the courtroom, Shaw was a loving father and had several hobbies.
He was a really good fisherman, really competitive.
Friends, community members, and co-workers paid their respects Tuesday in Jacksonville, consoling the family Shaw left behind.
It's tough, but it helps you when you realize what he's done, what he's meant to people, to see people here paying their respects. That helps you. That certainly, you can only hope to live your life, have a life well lived.
While speaking with Leander Shaw's son, Sean, he told me a saying his dad always told him that he would never forget. Never do anything to receive that knock on the door you don't want to answer. Reporting downtown, Crystal Moyer, Channel 4, the local station.